Hi guys and gals, it's Miss Tiffany here from McDonough Public Library once again with another video about some new books that we have received here in our Henry County Library system. I have a couple of chapter books I will be talking about today, so if you see anything that you'd like, look at the information below with your grown-up if you need help about how to put a book on hold so that way you can check it out and it will be yours. Alright, let's get started. Up first, we have The Imaginaries, Little Scraps of Larger Stories by Emily Winfield Martin. She is the author of the Wonderful Things You Will Be, as well as Dream Animals. She has another book called Snow and Rose. These books are picture books and into the chapter book section, similar to this one, where it's kind of an in-between. It is inside, it is all about sparking your imagination. So you will see an image and then a sentence or two, and hopefully that will be a jumping off point for you to write your own story. But we'll see what we mean. Let me read the back for you. What sparks your imagination? A zebra in the library? I hope not. A wistful mermaid? A secret key? They are all here and many more fascinating and beautiful scraps of stories. Your imagination, the rest. The best-selling author-illustrator of The Wonderful Things You Will Be, Emily Winfield Martin, shares her Imaginaries, paintings from the past 10 years captured in one sentence designed to inspire. So let's open it up and see an example. So you will get a picture of something, which in this case looks like a kraken or a giant squid. And on the other side, there's a teeny little piece of paper, and it says, "The sea gives up its secrets slowly." So if that gives you any inspiration to start writing something, then Miss Emily Winfield Martin will have achieved her goal. There are many beautiful illustrations in here. So if you just want to check it out and read it to see all the beautiful things that she has created, I highly recommend it. This is Max Einstein Saves the Future by James Patterson and Chris Grabenstein. Before I open it up and tell you what it's about, I want to point out this little medal right here. It is official and authorized Albert Einstein, and what that means is that this is the first and only Kids Adventure series officially approved by the Albert Einstein Archives. So that's pretty awesome, especially if you're into sciencey things, but really awesome in general. Okay, so let's read. Max Einstein is never going to be your average 12-year-old kid. She goes to school, scratch that, is on the run from a group of villains, knows all about, scratch that, talks to Albert Einstein, spends time with her family, scratch that, spends time searching for information on her parents, plays games, scratch that, saves the world with the help of her genius friends. Totally not your ordinary stuff, unless you're Max Einstein. Now Max and her friends are back and ready to take on their biggest problem yet, world hunger. While the Changemakers tackle this huge issue, Max must also avoid the evil Corp and her nemesis, Dr. Zim. But they're not the only ones looking for Max. And as she finds herself on the run, she discovers that Einstein created a time machine, and it might give her clues to her past, her distant past. So you'll have to, if you've read this book series, if you have not read the first in the book series, then I recommend doing that first so you'll know what's going on, because it's always good to start with the first book in a series, so that way you're not spending time wondering, what is this, or is this going to come up later? And you'll know if they're referring to something in previous books, or if it's something self-contained inside of the book that you are currently reading. But if you have read some of the others in the series, this is the newest one, and I hope to see it checked out soon. For our sports fans out there, we have a new Mike Lupica book, The Turnover. And as you can see, it might be about basketball. Let's open it up and find out. Lucas Winston shares a lot with his Gramps. For one, they both love basketball. They both love LeBron James, and they both love the Claremont Wolves, Lucas's team, which Gramps coached to victory last year. So Lucas couldn't be more pleased that Gramps is coaching him again this year. But Gramps doesn't share everything with Lucas. Not his past, for one, not his secrets. And when Lucas stumbles upon the truth, he uncovers something that may destroy their relationship and rip their team apart. This sounds like a basketball drama. If you want to read a story about basketball with this guy, Mike Lupica has a couple of really fantastic books, all in the sports series. So if you've not heard about him before, look into them and see if there's a few other ones that you might like to read. I have covered this book by Barbara Carroll Roberts in another video, so I'm not going to talk about it. I do want to say that it is a book about a girl basketball player. It is called Nikki on the Line. It is a Helen Ruffin Reading Bowl book, and it is nominated as one of the Georgia Children Book Award nominees. So if you love sports stories and you're looking for a story about a girl basketball player, you should read this one. Just in time for Halloween, we have a new Mary Downing Hahn book. She is a prolific scary story writer. This is the Puppets Payback. It is a collection of scary, spooky stories that might be something perfect to read around Halloween time and scare your friends. Let's open it up and see what is included. Meet a malicious hand puppet that's as much a part of your body as your hand itself. Attend a school that prepares students not for life, but for death. Witness a boy who lends his baseball glove to a different kid every spring, though he himself died years ago. Best-selling author Mary Downing Hahn is at her eerie and unforgettable best in these collections of thrilling, chilling tales and an afterword which reveals some of the sources that inspired the author, as well as tips for young writers. So if you like writing spooky stories as much as you like reading them, this is perfect for you. And I hope to see it checked out very, very soon. For our last book, we have a new Jacqueline Woodson book. You might know her from Brown Girl Dreaming. This is Before the Ever After, and it is similar to Brown Girl Dreaming in that it's in verse, but let's open it up and see which this is about. For as long as ZJ can remember, his dad's been everyone's hero. A popular pro football star, he's as beloved to the neighborhood kids as he is to millions of sports fans. But lately, his dad's forgetting stuff and has turned moody. The doctors might think it might be because he's had so many concussions, but they're not sure how to help, and that stings. And so does the day his dad embarrasses him in front of his friends. ZJ's scared and has lots of questions. Will his friends stop coming over? Will his father get better? And are their glory days gone forever? For now, though, ZJ's just doing his best to get by, taking comfort in his music and the friends who do have his back. Somehow, whatever's coming next doesn't seem half as scary with them cheering him on. National Book Award winner Jacqueline Woodson's powerful novel in verse celebrates our ability to adapt and bravely go forth when not every happily ever after can be counted on. This is more of an inspirational chapter book to keep you strong during hard times. All right, this has been another chapter book video of new books that we have received here at Henry County Library System. But before I go, I have a special surprise. We have received one and only graphic novel, so I know a lot of fans out there will want to hear about it instead of having to wait on me to get enough graphic novels to do a new video. So without further ado, we have Dog Man, Grime and Punishment by Dave Pilkey. And I know this is a beloved series. Let's find out what is happening in this Dog Man story. Dog Man is in the doghouse. Dog Man's really done it this time, and the mayor has had enough of his shenanigans. Uh-oh. Dog Man is in the doghouse. Dogman's really done it this time, and the mayor has had enough of his shenanigans. Rather than throwing the canine cop a bone, the mayor is giving him the boot. Dogman hands over his badge, clears out his desk, and while he may be out of a job, he's not yet out of hope. With his friends at his side, can Dogman dig himself out of this hole and paw his way back onto the force? You'll have to read it and find out what future awaits our hero Dogman. Alright, that's it for real this time. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this chapter book video, including a special surprise graphic novel. I know we will be seeing these fly off the shelf, and I will see you guys again in our next video. Bye!